Good morning, boys and girls. Okay, it's time for our math class, and today we're going to review equivalent fractions by multiplying and by dividing. Okay, so remember the rule for equivalent fractions is what you do to the numerator, you do the same to the denominator. That means here, if we multiply times 3, down we also multiply times 3. When it's division, if on the numerator you divide by 3, at the bottom denominator you also divide by 3. So that's the only rule you have to memorize. What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So let's do the first one. 4 times 3 is? Excellent. 12. 8 times 3? 24. 3 times 4? 12. 4 times 4? 16. Now, here they just don't put the arrow. But please, so you get it good, do it on a paper and follow the instructions. If you just try to do it in your head right now, you might get it wrong. Okay, so everyone grab a post-it, grab a paper and a pencil, copy the fraction, and please draw the arrow and do it exactly the way as we did it here. So, you have to think, 4 times what gives me 8? Exactly. So here you say 4 times 2 gives me 8. That means at the bottom, what do I put? Excellent. I also multiply times 2. So how much is 9 times 2? Very good. 80. Perfect. Now here, put your 2 arrows on the paper and everyone pause the video and I'm gonna let you try and do this one first. Okay, now that you are back, 5 times what gives you 50? Excellent. 5 times 3. That means at the bottom, I also multiply times 3. 8 times 3? 24. Okay, so use the clues to think. 8 times 4 times what gives me this number? Now let's go to divisions. So, here it's the same rule, but now we divide. That means this 12, we break it into 3 groups. That means 1, 2, 3 groups. Sorry. So how many go in each group? Now, remember, when you divide, you multiply. So an easy way to do this is to think 3 times what gives me 12? Let's say the 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12. So how many? Excellent. 4, 4, 4. Okay? So the 4 3 times equals 12. That means this is a 4. Okay? I'm going to erase right now this. I just wanted to remind you that dividing means to break it into groups or putting 3 in each group and you see how many groups you get. But the easiest way, so you don't draw pictures, is that when you divide, you do it backwards, beginning here. This times this equals your numerator. So 4 times 3 is 12. 7 times 3, 21. Okay? So don't get confused. Not because it says division, it means you multiply these two. Remember, when it's a division, yes, you can multiply, but backwards. So if this is division, that means I don't start here. I start here. This times this gives me this. So 5 times 8, 40. Now here, don't get confused and say, I put a 5 again. No. Always, please, boys, follow this. Check your answers. So let's check. If we put here a 5, let's do it backwards. 5 times 8, how much is it? Exactly. 5 times 8, 40. Is that the number we have here? No, right? That means this number is wrong. So let's put another number. What times 8 gives me 16? That means you say the 8 times table. 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 2, ta-da! 16. So that means here we put a 2. Again, let's check our answer. That means begin here, go backwards, and multiply. Because it's a division, backwards we multiply. So 2 times 8, 16. 5 times 8, 40. Now we are good. So that means here, in all of these we are dividing. Okay, so let's put it here. Divided by. So let's put our first number. Imagine you say 1. Let's do it backwards, beginning here. 5 times 1, 10? No, right? Sorry. So let's say maybe a 2. And let's check. 5 times 2, 10. Yes. That means that if here we divide by 2, here we divide by 2. So, what goes here? So if it's a division, remember you can do it backwards, multiplying. So what times 2 gives you 12? 6. Exactly. 6 times 2, 12. The last one, do it backwards. 2 times what gives you 6? Excellent. 3, 3. So here it's a division. 21 divided by 3. So remember you can do it backwards, multiply. So 2 times 3, 6. What times 3 gives you 21? Exactly. 7 times 3, 21. Okay, now let's go and answer your Google slides.